Panthers get set to face off with the Carolina Panthers. And off we go from Las Vegas. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
On 1st down, Hurts. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, that's earned it by their play, the psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Rolling to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Panthers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts looking deep for Julio. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And as these guys enter playing Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that. And that's caught inside the 35. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for Carolina. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Off the play fake, Love. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tab and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Hey, check Mike 21.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 69.
From the gun, it's Hurts. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
Mike 7, Mike 7. 7's a Mike. Night, sweetheart.
Throwing is Hurts. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Tight right.
Hey, 4 down.
Buffalo 18. 83. 41's the mic. 41's the mic. Check smash. Buffalo 80.
41 Mike.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
41 Mike.
Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. Touchdown! Josh Jacobs with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will tie our score here this opening quarter of play. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Yeah, we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Play action this time with Love. And the Raiders have got him. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Ferrell, that got in there to bring him down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. These two teams all tied after one. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Love. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Love now to pass on 1st down. Escaping, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Max Crosby make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You're talking about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Throwing, Love. That caught by Trimble. And Boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Here we go, set.
Love looking to throw it. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Tommy Trimble hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14.
Raiders 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Hurts sets up to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
To throw again on second down. Hurts. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. Touchdown Raiders. Darren Waller with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. The extra point by Carson up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Out there and ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
To start the drive, they'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Here's Love. Eluding the pressure right. Found his target, it's Anderson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's Hurts to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Hurts throw complete here to Waller. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 43. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 60, check 60. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Check pass, check pass. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. You ain't doing nothing today. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Back to throw again. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
2nd and 10.
Check Mike 21. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 29-yard line. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout. And they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Love now. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense could get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Flushed out right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Love. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
He's coming. Check in. And let's pin him up.
They'll set up a throw. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let him know, let him know.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. First down and more for Jacobs. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
You gonna see me in your nightmare.
41 Mike.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Team, we gotta get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
41's the Mike, 41's the Mike. Check, 41.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, Love. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Tommy Tremble with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Panthers 28, Raiders 24.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Hey. Mike 7. Mike 17. Get him.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. Caught by Jones.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll run on 1st down. Jacobs. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Rolling to his right. He'll look downfield for Waller. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
I got one. 41's the mic.
Hurts. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Seal that. 3-3. 41.
On first down, Hurts. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Silver. Mike 7. Watch the pass.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Quickly into the hands of Beckham. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On first and goal, Drake. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Kenyon Drake. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have retaken the lead. Extra point by Carson. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Now a throw here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll get this all the way down inside the Vegas 20. A big play there for Carolina.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
We'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Here we go, set.
Love looking to throw it. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the 4th. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the...
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Panthers 42. Raiders 31.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So we will start here at the 25. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
You got nothing today. You got nothing. 7's a Mike. Mike 7. Ready, go.
Throwing is Hurts. Gets this to Waller. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And we're definitely getting towards the point of the game where not getting a lot of yards is secondary to keeping the clock moving. I mean, to me, that's a double win defensively. Short gain and some more time off the clock.
Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the first down.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Darnell Savage. And the Panthers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And he'll be called well upfield right around the 40-yard line. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Love, flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions. Have them looking at 3rd and 10. Going back to Love. There's Tremble, the tight end. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.